Hi, I'm Joe Hupcey, and I'm here with my colleague Pete Hardee. Pete was the moderator of a panel at DVCon 2012 entitled Earn Your Degree in the Low Power Arts and Sciences. It's a great title, by the way. Maybe first tell us about yourself, and then we'll recount the panel.
Great, thanks, Joe. I'm Pete Hardee. I've been at Cadence about 2 years. I'm in a small solutions marketing team, and my responsibility is looking after the low power solution. So we cut across all the product groups and try and make the solution hang together as a coherent flow from top to bottom.
Indeed. Now, as you reflect back on the panel, what are some of the things that stand out?
Okay, well, firstly, it was a great panel. I got there, I saw it was a huge room. I think the room seated 240 people, and we filled it. So that's
indeed, it was filled. I can account for that. I was standing room only.
Yeah, so that was good. But we managed to pull together a panel that had some great experience and some of the big name customers in the Bay Area. Yeah. So we had Fred Jen, who's an engineering director at Qualcomm. We had Ruggero Castanetti, who's a distinguished engineer at LSI. We had Sushma Honavera Prasad, who's a design engineer at Broadcom in their mobile group in Sunnyvale. And they all brought great experience that's very much to the point in terms of experiences with low power design. We also had Chi Wang, who's of course very well known at Cadence as the father of the common power format, right, and been involved with that for years. And we had Eric Marshner from Mentor Graphics, yep, and he did a great job on the panel as well. And I think, as Eric pointed out to one of the questions that we got from the audience in terms of power formats, pretty much everyone on that panel is involved also with the IEEE 1801. Right. So we're really starting to work collaboratively to ensure that the standard covers everything that people need to do, and more importantly, the tools are there to support that. So that's much more the issue now.
Makes sense. Now, as you're looking at a power project, and again, the totality, you're looking at it from beginning to end, all the milestones, what are some of the things that are very important to keep in mind?
Yeah, I thought our panelists did a great job of bringing their experience to answer that particular question. And you could see, especially when Fred Jen was speaking, and Fred from Qualcomm, as I mentioned, very softly spoken. And he kept his distance from the microphone. And when Fred gave his answer to that question, there was a hush in the room, and everyone was really listening. And that was great. And Fred's advice was really not to overcomplicate things, to keep things as simple as you can, and make sure that what you do works. And there were various other answers from other members of the panel that brought their experience to bear. Sushma went very deep on how this stuff can be verified. Ruggero brought his experience to bear. Ruggero's point in particular, at LSI, the systems they're doing, they don't necessarily know who the customer is going to be or have the customer software available to run that. So he explained how they needed to cope with all the possible eventualities. That was very good and very useful.
Indeed. Well, thanks for recounting the panel, and I hope you get to host another one next year.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll be looking forward to the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.